Please, please, Christy, don't cry.
I'm not.
Say you forgive me?
Just forget it, Steve.
Okay. To prove I don't hold it against you. There, we'll just forget about it, okay? Yeah. Say you forgive me.
What? For how much of what you've done to me?
No. Don't say it. Don't say it. Show me.
Steve, is Christy awake?
Yes, Theta. She's awake.
Did you get yourself rested?
Yeah.
You don't sound so... Christy, have you been crying? Oh, I know, baby. It's awful. It's terrible. But today is going to be the beginning of the end. Lord, it is so hot in that courtroom, isn't it? You look so fresh and pretty in your little outfit. I don't know how I could ever have such a pretty, such a good little girl.
Mom, I'm not a little girl.
Oh, well, of course you are. Stephen, now I'm not criticizing, but what is that horrible smell? And why are the drapes all closed? The sun must be scorching or something.
No, it's just Christy turned on the oven. I had something inside, that's all.
You bachelors, we're going to have to domesticate him, honey.
No, leave it. We've got to be getting back to court.
Well, we have a few minutes, don't we? I think we should all sit down and talk about something positive. There has been too much dwelling on the negative in all this. Don't you think so, Steve?
Well, Miss Paterson's opening remarks.
Is that the speech you wrote for him?
Along with about everything else he's going to say.
Oh, and to think your father couldn't even write a letter. It's amazing. But wait, Christy won't get to hear it. She's going to be in that old room.
The conference room. It's okay.
Too bad you don't know it by heart. You could say a little for her.
Well, I just happen to have a copy of it right here if you'd like to hear it.
Well, of course we would, wouldn't we, honey? Come on, let's sit down and we'll listen to him. Come on.
Your Honor, members of the jury, you've heard the indictment just read to you, meeting the formal charge. I'm sure that most of you know or think you know the issues involved in the case. You'll hear doctors, forensics experts, witnesses, including the victim herself, testify and prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Ted Capel, without mercy and apparently without remorse, viciously attacked and raped Christy Duval and left her for dead. You will also hear the testimony of this tragic victim impugned by the defense, which will doubtless, in the time-honored tradition of rape defense, try to slander the victim's character and attack her chastity, and call witness after witness to attest to the defendant's supposed moral fiber, decency, his alleged kindnesses to Ms. Duval before that night of July 17th. And herein, ladies and gentlemen, lies another issue of which you must take account. Can a lone outsider, poor, hardworking, but without connections or support except from her family, find justice in a city that numbers among its founding fathers the defendant Ted Capel's forebears? In a city greatly dependent upon his family empire, Capel Enterprises, for its commerce and thousands of livelihoods? Can judgment be bought and sold in Santa Barbara? Does might equal right in the courts of this great state? I hope not.
Our maintenance crew assures me that our air conditioner will be fixed as soon as possible. That said, we will commence. Clerk?
The Superior Court of the State of California, in and for the County of Santa Barbara, the people of the State of California, plaintiff versus Theodore Charles Capwell, defendant. Action number 48780. Theodore Charles Capwell is accused by this one-count indictment of a felony, to wit, violation of Section 261 of the California Penal Code. The said defendant, on or about the 17th of July, 1985, did willfully and unlawfully commit rape upon the person of Christine Ann Duval by means of force and fear of immediate and unlawful injury. said defendant has entered a plea of not guilty to the charge contained in this indictment.
Mr. Paterson, do you wish to make an opening statement at this time?
I do, Your Honor. Your Honor, members of the jury, you have heard the indictment that was just read to you.
And I trust you will show that a lone woman, possessing in courage what she may lack in privilege, is not wrong to think she may yet find justice in this great land. Thank you.
Steve, you are something. You really are. Oh, good Lord, look at the time. I bet they started without us.
We really have to go.
I've got Mary's car. I promised to get it back to her.
You go ahead. I'll take Christy with me.